Royal snubbed. The Queen refuses Lilibet's christening in Windsor. Furiously, Meghan and Harry held it in LA and will do things their own way with a private service. According to the sources today, Harry and Meghan Markle will have a secret christening for their daughter Lilibet in the U.S. A royal expert has claimed the Queen said no. The Queen has rightly refused to allow the christening over here. All the trouble that the couple has caused, and it is clear they don't care about their own families. In recent weeks, there have been reports that the couple was hoping to christen Lilibet at Windsor in front of the Queen. However, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam told the Express, "I suspect Her Majesty told them she couldn't attend, and they decided if they couldn't have her there to prove that she's on side, there was no reason to show up in Windsor. They are very, very motivated to point to any support from Her Majesty, and clearly they didn't get it here." He explains they wanted to be special guests at the birthday party of Obama. They weren't invited, so a story appeared saying they wanted a private holiday. They wanted a christening at Windsor. It wasn't allowed, so another story appears that they want a small, private affair. Seems the idea of rejection isn't good for their image. I'm sure a new book, Grandma Wouldn't Let Me in the Castle, will be available soon. Indeed, many questions remain from the births of Archie and Lilibet, among them including, why were there no doctor's signatures on the palace birth announcement for Archie? Where is the birth certificate for Lilibet? Who is the birth mother for the babies? So much secrecy in a context where, unhappily, Harry and his offspring still remain in the line of succession. Nobody would care what the dim-witted man-child Harry and the malignant narcissistic bully Meghan, a known liar, plagiarist, and greedy huckster do, if they no longer held royal titles and status. Moreover, there's speculation that Meggs was never baptized in the Church of England. The Archbishop spoke at a meeting far away from London on that day, and there's no indication that he returned for Meg's benefit. We have no proof that Lily even exists or that she was born of Meg's body instead of from someone else. This grandiose pair lies so easily and so often that you don't know what's true and what isn't. But I do believe the Queen would refuse to allow them to come back for a christening. They're more trouble than they're worth. Insiders told Eden Confidential there was never any chance she was going to be christened over in England. Meghan clearly hates the country and she knows the feeling is mutual. Both of them are now persona non grata, both in England and with Harry's family, and no one wants to see their hypocritical woke faces. In fact, it's rare you ever see them out anywhere in LA because they know they're not widely liked there anymore either. However, royal biographer Angela Levin said, "A christening is a public declaration of joining the Christian community, just as a Christian church wedding is a public declaration of your union. Yet they persist with their secrecy nonsense. These two have no comprehension of the purpose of Christian ordinances. Their appalling behavior shows that they don't have a Christian bone between them." Meghan has had several changes of religion now to whichever happens to be the most useful at the time. This is about the line of succession, not faith. According to Levin, Meghan and Harry are trying the mysterious approach around Lilibet to try and gain attention, only it's not working. No one's interested. We don't even want to see a black and white photo of the back of her head. It would suit us all fine if Harry and Meghan went back to their alleged plan of heading off for a more private life. But observing this event, an insider revealed, with both of them, it always sounds as if their own decision to do so. We didn't want to attend Obama's birthday party because we don't want to do the christening with the Queen because could it be that they got a rejection for both events? If they were invited to do the Obama's partying or the christening with the Queen, there would have been PR articles in every main newspaper in the world. They could not risk directly saying they were invited by the Obamas and have the Obama's spokesperson shut them down. Now, with the Queen appearing to be willing to speak out, they might have worried the royal family spokesperson would shut them down. I believe they would have reached out to the Obamas and offered a large donation to the charity of the Obamas' choice, but were shut down. They would have just used the event to hit everybody up for money and jobs, then name-dropped as they do, which is so uncouth. Then write all about these people in their memoirs. Positive for those who have the money and jobs, negative for the majority who snubbed them. Selfies, secret audio, and videos later to be released. Either way, they would have used the Obamas given the chance. I laugh that a new development Lilibet townhouses were named Lilibet first. I really don't get the continuing fuss over Harry. He's the Queen's grandchild, just like Peter Phillips or Zara Tindall, and granted, he's a bit nearer to the throne, but they manage to live relatively normal lives. You don't hear them pontificating about being raindrops or launching impactful events to celebrate their birthday. If they want privacy, why don't they just live private lives? Attention-seeking twerps exploiting an accident of birth to make even more money than already they have, coupled with a full-scale windbaggery about their own importance. 30 years from now, Harry will realize how his horrid behavior damaged him and did not heal him. He threw away his family. Maybe they were perfect, but no family is perfect. Even his wife. He will live a lonely life with fake friends who only know him as a former prince. It's quite a shame, but he made his bed. I think they've turned off everyone with any clout in the U.S. when they turned and spoke ill of their family with Oprah. If they trash talk their own family, nobody's secrets are safe. There would be a story after story coming from their camp about Obama's party if they had been invited. They made a big mistake blabbing on Oprah. The rest of the world got to see for themselves. They cannot be trusted to keep secrets. Because Harry and the Queen will not allow it to spin it in any way, you want the ingrate Harry, the liar, nasty man, and his common classless trash, second-rate player on cable show who trashed, then betrayed, and lied on national TV. She should be stripped of everything for their continuing threats and attacks on the family that he lives and lived his ridiculously exorbitant lifestyle. And just watch as all their attempts at turning the christening into a big PR money spinner fail, with invitations to A-listers Oprah, Clooney, Serena to attend the christening has returned with a sorry, but we're busy that day, leaving Meg and Has to then announce that they will be having a small, private, intimate christening of only a few close friends. No family? Trying to spin it that they're doing their own thing. My guess is they were firmly told no, after what Hazmat put on her birth certificate, and of course he wanted a royal christening with all the trimmings. The Queen is often not present at such events and great-grandchildren's christenings, and they are not close enough to the crown. Didn't hear about Zara or any of the other cousins kicking up a fuss. They know what's what. Only Harry, egged on by the Viper because he thinks he's so special, still hasn't worked out being number 6 in line makes him irrelevant to the succession. And once George is married with a family, he'll be even further down the pecking order. Harry could have made a good life for himself with the purpose of just as Princess Anne has done, but he's too jealous and immature. Such a waste of an opportunity to do good in the world.